everything and followed you said that everything you have given up you will receive back 100-fold, and in the life to come, eternal age. You can hear from the applause. Our Holy Father has appeared at the window of the Apostolic Palace. Dear brothers and sisters, good day. Today's liturgy offers us the encounter between Jesus and the man who had great possessions and who went down in history as the rich young man. We don't know his name. The Gospel of Mark actually speaks of him as a man, without mentioning his age or name, suggesting that we can all see ourselves as in a mirror in this man. His encounter with Jesus, in fact, allows us to test our faith. It's a test. When I read this text, it's a test of my faith. Such a one, this man, begins with a question. What must I do to inherit eternal life? Notice the verbs he uses. Must do, inherit. Must do, inherit. Here's his religiosity. A duty in order to obtain. I do something so that I get what I need. But this is a commercial relationship with God, a quid pro quo. Faith, on the other hand, is not a cold mechanical ritual, a must-do in order to obtain a relationship. It's a question of freedom and a question of love. Here's the first test. What is faith for me? If it's principally a duty or means of exchange, we are off track. Because salvation is a gift and not a duty. Salvation is free and cannot be bought. The first thing to do is to free ourselves of a commercial and mechanical faith, which insinuates the false image of an accounting and controlling God, not a father. A God who is not a father. And so many times in life, we can have a relationship, a commercial relationship with God. If I do something, God gives something to me. Jesus, this is the second step, helps this man by offering him the true face of God. In fact, the text says, Jesus, looking upon him, loved him. This is God. See, this is where faith is born and reborn, not from a duty, not from something that is to be done or to be paid, but from a look of love to be welcomed. Thus, Christian life becomes beautiful and is based not on our abilities and our plans, but it comes from the gaze of God. Is your faith, is my faith tired? Is it a tired faith? Do you want to reinvigorate it? Look for God's gaze. Sit down in adoration. Allow yourself to be forgiven in confession. Stand before the crucified one. In short, let yourself be loved by him. This is the beginning of faith, to allow ourselves to be loved by him, who is a Father. After the question and the gaze, there is, and this is the third and final step, an invitation from Jesus, who says, only one thing do you lack. What is the rich man lacking? The gift of gratuitousness. Go, sell what you have and give to the poor. That perhaps is what we're missing as well. Often we do the bare minimum possible, whereas Jesus invites us to the maximum possible. How many times are we satisfied with doing our duties, the precepts, a few prayers, so many things like this? Whereas God, who gives us life, asks us for the impetus of life. In today's Gospel, we see clearly this passage from duty to giving. Jesus begins by recalling the commandments: do not kill, do not commit adultery, do not steal. And he arrives at a positive proposal: go, sell, give, follow me. The faith cannot be limited to a no, because Christian life is a yes of love. Dear brothers and sisters, a faith without giving and gratuitousness is an incomplete faith. It's a weak faith. It's a sickly faith. We could compare it to rich and nourishing food that nonetheless lacks flavor, or a well-played game without a goal. That doesn't work. It's lacking salt. A faith without giving, without gratuitousness, without works of charity, in the end makes us sad. Just like that man whose face fell and who returned home sorrowful, even though he had been looked upon with love by Jesus in person, his face fell. And so we read in the Gospel. Today we can ask ourselves, at what point is my faith? Do I experience it as something mechanical, like a relationship of duty or interest with God? Do I remember to nourish it by letting myself be looked upon and loved by Jesus? And attracted by Him, do I respond freely? Jesus looks at us. He loves us. And attracted by Him, do I correspond with gratuity, with generosity, with my whole heart? May the Virgin Mary, who said a total yes to God, a yes without any but, help us to savor the beauty of making life a gift.
Angelus Domini, unciavit Mariae.
Et concepit de Spiritu Sancto.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Ecce ancilla Domini.
Fiat mi secundum verbum tuum.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
E verbum caro factum est.
Et habitavit in nobis.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Ora pro nobis, Santa Dei Genitrix.
Ut igne officianum promissionibus Christi.
Gratiam Tua, anque sumus Domine, mentibus nostris infunde, ut angelo nunziante, Christi Filii Tui, incarnatione coniovim, per passione meius et crucem, a resurrezione gloriam perducamur, per Christum Dominum nostrum.
Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Pro fidelibus defuntis, requiem aeterna dona eis Domine.
Et in lux perpetua lucia Deis.
Requiescant in pace.
Amen.
Sit nomen Domini benedictum.
Ex hoc nunc et usque in saeculum.
Aiutorium nostrum in nomine Domini.
Qui fecit caelum et terram.
Benedicat vos, omnipotens Deus, Pater, et Filius, et Spiritus Sanctus. Amen.
The Holy Father's blessing concludes the Angelus, which is extended not only to those present here in the square, but also to everyone listening in live on the various means of social communications.
Cari fratelli e sorelle,
Dear brothers and sisters,
anche oggi ho la gioia di annunziare la
also
proclamazione
today,
di 9 beati.
the
Ieri a
joy of
Napoli è stata
we have the joy of pronouncing the beatification of a new saint.
Rimasta vedova, fondò a Napoli l'ospedale dell'incurabile
Who, after the death of her husband, remained a widow and did hospital work in Naples.
per le necessità dei poveri e dei sofferenti. Oggi poi a Tropea in Calabria
Today in Tropea in Calabria,
Francesco Motola,
Don Francesco Motola
Sacro Cuore, morto nel 1969.
died in 1969. He was an excellent pastor and an untiring preacher of the gospel.
Nella carità e nella contemplazione. Un applauso ai 9 beati.
And an applause for the 2 new blesseds today.
Oggi in occasione della giornata mondiale
Today, on the occasion of the World Day of Mental Health, we recommend all of those who suffer from mental illness. We pray for them and their families, that they may not be left alone or nor discriminated against, but welcomed and supported. And the Holy Father greets the Romans, the locals, as well as all those visitors, and all the various Christians who are taking part in today's Angelus, including various groups from various places in Italy. That's a group of parishioners from parish here in Rome.
Anche vedo che ci sono da Montella, anche li saluto. Anche con l'immagine di Suor Bernardetta, preghiamo per la pronta canonizzazione. A tutti auguro una buona domenica.
And I wish all of you a very happy Sunday, and please don't forget to pray for me. Enjoy your lunch, and I'll see you soon. Arrivederci.
Un minuto, grazie.